do that too. Let's get that video on there. Unbelievable. Okay, so I'm just gonna record a video just in case so that I can check if this is working. This is the fourth time I'm doing this thing, and I gotta start getting ready for work. It's like 6:23 a.m. in the morning. Jeez Louises. YouTubing is just like a whole thing on itself. Anyway, so 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. All right, welcome to the Playitfoward challenge. Ideally, you're supposed to play 3 unknown games if you're a developer, and you're going to get the other devs to do the same. Again, this is really specifically for indie developers. Players are just welcome, gamers are welcome, but it's really meant for people that are making games, starting to make games, that do game jams and such. All right, so and I've said that. Let's make sure this is switched over. There we go. You can see my near balding head, my wonderful lighting. I should check the screen more often because I don't, because we're live, and this is why I have to keep redoing redos. I should switch to 2 screens, but I just have not. All right, here we go. I'm going to play our game. Again, as I'm doing this the 4th time. Whew. The idea is that we are a global game jam team, and the idea was to whoa, Perina has sent me a message to your group. I thought the point of the green was to let you get a lot of points, easier to break the difficulty. Oh, well, yeah, I agree, but I think things have changed in the courses of these conversations. So the thing is that the score does work, Perina. I think it does, because you get more penguins still. And so weird to put that just read this comment here. Like, I'm getting more scores right here, but it does pause the game and allow you also to get more points. So the question is, should we have like a multiplier, like a way to get double the points or something like that? I don't know. I don't think that's necessarily a thing. Oh, let's double check. It says I'm live. It says I'm streaming. It says I'm gonna rewind just to make sure, because I've recorded this thing so many times. Is this it? Am I? Yeah, cool. All right, so just double check in there. Anyway, yeah, I mean, so the idea was like, yeah, it's a power up, and it's supposed to get more scores and stuff like that. So maybe we can do like a +2, is what I'll mention. But ideally, I like this though. I mean, it's now we have a balanced game. But yeah, multiplier would be good. And the other thing that changed too is that we haven't kept the multiplier. Meaning the idea was that, if you did turn Green Dragon, losing my thoughts. If you did turn Green Dragon, you'd find a way to get more points. There'd be more portals that pop up, and then you have more penguins, and the more penguins would lead you to score more. So right now, it's like we have a survivor meter, and turning Green Dragon isn't necessarily a what do you call it? It's a power up because it stops time, and you do get more penguins. So I think that's how you get more points. At least that's my thoughts. I'll find out what the group says later on when I post this video. Hopefully that I don't have to record a 5th time. Again, one of the times I woke up my baby, I think, or she just woke up. I don't know, 3 o'clock or something, and she was like watching the game. I don't know if that's going to be a thing, like, having her play games with her dad. I think that'd be kind of cool, especially games that people just don't know. I don't think these Playitfoward challenge videos are going to help me, play any AAA games, because I just won't have time for them. So I don't have to worry about, playing something scary like Resident Evil 7 with my baby daughter, scarring her for life. And the other thing too is she seems okay with being in front of the camera. I know. Oh, 3 minutes. Woohoo! I know that sounds kind of dumb, because babies don't necessarily know anything. But initially, if she didn't like it, she would cry. That's one thing. Later on, if she's conscious of it, I don't know if I'll keep doing it or how this will happen. Like, she's 5 or 6 and she says like, I just don't want to do it. Then I'll be like, that's cool. Yeah, I don't know. Like, I don't want to. PewDiePie had mentioned this too. There's like a kid who plays toys, and you can tell them, the parent or someone's really putting I don't want to say forcing the kid, but really directing the kid a lot. And then the kid becomes a monetary source, and I don't think that's cool. I do think if my daughter learns how to use YouTube and be more social and stuff like that, that can only lead to good things. But I definitely wouldn't want to be like, she's 12 and yeah, we need this now to like, pay for, well, the mortgage or the rent or something, something crazy like that. I hope that that's not where this goes. But right now it seems pretty good, and I don't have a lot of time, and I'm going to be doing this and still being a parent, and I think this is, I like games when I was a kid. It wasn't like I hated this stuff. So, and I know it's like a lot of other people play video games that are kids. Like it's almost inherent, something almost like innate. And so my thing is that, I don't think it's bad if this is like maybe my YouTube time is me and my daughter spending time together. I've talked to her mom about it. We've weighed the two. We've really thought about the morality on this. I don't think that necessarily is something that's wrong. If you do it for the, quote unquote right reasons, I guess. And it's not like we're already putting her like photos on Instagram. So it's like, right? I mean, it's like, it's not, it's so weird. We're so post 1980s Orwell, with like how we engage with people now and just like record our lives. It's so weird to think that that's a thing that people, and it's fun to do actually. And I think it just really kind of goes innately to this idea that we are social creatures and it is one way for us to socialize. Anywho, gosh, I've said almost everything I'm going to say again. This is like the fourth time saying it. I got to tip my hat off to Robert for coding all this stuff. He didn't use a code engine, even though I really hope if we get to work together, or just in general, he really considers using Superpowers, which is a free HTML5 game engine. That's open source. You don't have to pay anything to use it, and full featured, yada yada, community supported, which would have made our lives really a lot easier during this game. Like one thing we want to do is touch controls, and unfortunately there were no touch controls in the in this game. We just couldn't get it to work. And if we use something like Superpowers, we like something that had the touch control template, that would have been a lot easier. I personally use some proprietary software, which is 3 minutes, yes, which is Construct 2. But my beef with Construct 2 is it's not so much a beef. They're just changing directions, and they're going cloud based, which is good because you can basically make games from your phone. I think that's a really cool feature. I'd love to be able to do that at work. I love my daughter when she's older to be able to help me make games at school via her phone. But $99 a year, it's so cheap. You know what I mean? I mean, to me, that's like, that's Netflix. Less than Netflix. It's just not something that, thinking about like how the products we'd make and what would that mean that we'd have to keep spending that 99. I'm just like more concerned to like where it means for my creations and stuff like that. Like I don't feel the same creative freedom that I would if I went with something open sourced like Godot. And the other thing about Godot is it's coming out with its new version and it's 3D, so we can start working potentially on virtual reality stuff if just regular 3D games. And that's something that I'd really like to get into. Not just for my sake, but for my daughter's sake. I know it sounds so weird to think about that, but it's retro gaming is said anything about like how 2D games have retaken over things or just became their own market. It's gonna probably be pretty big with 3D stuff. I'm not talking about like realistic 3D, but stylized 3D, and I think that's something that I'd really want to show my daughter to get a really good chance about if she wants to go into the gaming industry. I think that would be good. I know I'm tired. It's doing this way too much. Anyway, the other thing I want to mention too is like a big shout out to Eric, who did the sound to this, and you can totally hear. Well, you can't hear it because I had to turn the sound down. Again, mute button would be great. Parina, I'm messing up her name, and hopefully Parina will. I gotta give shout out to Parina. Parina did the dragon. I did the penguins. Oh man, I think his name's Trackback. I can't find his like real Korean name because we our global game jam was in Korea. He did the art in the background, and we had another guy who can't remember. I think his name was Sam. Oh, I'm so bad at names. He did the bottom there, like all the art assets here. And then Robert went in post and he added those art assets because yeah, it's the right thing to do. Okay, let me see if I can get just my last playthrough before work because it's like 6:33. I've done this thing 4 times. I should keep these videos kind of short. Oh no, oh no, stack up. Wah, haha. Ooh, yeah, that's right. Oh, shoot. Okay. All right, thank you so much if you did watch this. Again, I do apologize. This is pretty much for game developers. So if you're a game dev, I hope you got something out of this. I'm doing Play It Forward challenge. The idea again is that if I play your game, you got to play 3 other people's games. That's it. And then send me something you comment below. Send me something on Twitter. It's you got Twitter. It's @_playit_forward. Pictures, whatever. However, just show me a link of the game that you played. The other thing I'm gonna also do is later on we're gonna do more community outreach that I was doing before. The Play It Forward challenge, and I'm talking to a guy in Denmark who has his own video game marketing company. Well, he's part of one, and wants to do free education about indie dev branding. So ideally, how do you get your game from finished to shipping the game? Finishing your game and then shipping the game, going through social media marketing, doing press releases, and then finally getting it on Steam, iOS, Android, Kickstarter, whatever platform you want to do. And that'll be coming later on. He's right now going to the German Connect conference, so we're going to see how that works out, but I'm really excited to see what we could do with that as well. So again, guys, the whole idea is the Play It Forward challenge. My sign out is going to be Play It Forward, because life is short. You might as well play it forward. Alrighty. Talk to you later. Cheers.